Are you someone who's often felt that you've not been able to truly be your authentic self in front of people only because you're too scared of being judged? You feel you're not perfect enough. The pressure to meet impossible standards always kind of holds you back. But the truth is, perfectionism is only an illusion, and embracing your imperfection is the actual key to confidence. Let me tell you something, when you own up to your flaws, you actually make more authentic, relatable, and more magnetic connections in life. Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub, which is a community dedicated to helping women live a life of freedom, free will, and choice. So, today, let's explore a topic that can actually transform the way you see yourself. Because when you see yourself differently, when you look at yourself differently, you see the world differently. So many of us spend our entire life striving for perfection. We feel that perfection is actually the ticket to social acceptance, to success, to self worth. But what if I told you that perfection is not what people are drawn towards? People are drawn towards your vulnerability, your authenticity, your imperfections, because that make you genuine, that make you unforgettable. So in this episode, I will walk you through 5 powerful reasons why embracing imperfection is the ultimate confidence booster for you, and I will also share 5 steps to help you own your flaws, being really unapologetic about them. So let's dive straight in. These are the 5 reasons why you should be embracing your imperfections. Firstly, there's nothing called perfection. Perfection is unattainable. Authenticity is magnetic because perfectionism does not exist. Perfect is a word born out of imperfect. So when you let go of perfection, you actually give yourself the permission to be genuine, to be who you really are. And please remember that people are always drawn to authenticity. People are not drawn towards flawlessness because that looks fake. When you stop striving for something unattainable, you free yourself from criticizing yourself. You allow your true self to shine. And when you allow your true self to shine, you become more and more confident in your own skin. So identify one imperfection that you have, okay? One imperfection that you've been hiding, and then start embracing that imperfection. Share that imperfection with someone you trust, or use it as your strength from now on. Number 2, imperfections make you relatable. We are all human beings, we all make mistakes, we all are imperfect in our own little ways. So when you are true to yourself, when you're not scared of showing your imperfections, you become more relatable to people. People connect with you because they find you real, they find you authentic. And people will always connect with whatever is real and not what is perfect. So your flaws make you human. When you embrace your flaws, you actually build deeper connections with people, more long-term connections with people. And when others accept and admire you for who you are, it reinforces your self-worth, and this will just boost up your confidence level. So the next time you feel tempted to cover up a flaw which you have, remind yourself that that flaw could be the very thing that helps someone connect with you. Number 3, perfectionism paralyzes us with fear of failure. But failure is not the end. Failure is actually a stepping stone towards success. It's a stepping stone to our growth. So each time you embrace your imperfection, you actually build resilience and you learn to bounce back much stronger. Resilience creates a foundation of self trust in you. When you become resilient, you realize that you can actually handle setbacks. You realize that you can keep moving forward because whatever comes in your way, you will be able to handle it. So you become more and more confident, in following your path. So reframe failure as a feedback for yourself. Write down one lesson that your failure has taught you, a recent mistake has taught you, and how it's made you much stronger. Number 4, perfectionism feeds on comparison. We all know that. The perception of being perfect that we have is because we feel somebody else is perfect, where we are not. So, perfectionism feeds on comparison and it makes you feel like you're not enough. You're a failure. You cannot do it. When you embrace your imperfection, you actually stop comparing yourself to anybody else and you start focusing on your strengths. See what others are doing, where others have reached does not bother you anymore. You are completely and totally focused on what you want to do, what your strengths are. So, self acceptance empowers you to celebrate your individuality. It, helps you become more confident because now you're not measuring yourself against unrealistic standards. You are content and happy being yourself. So make a list of 3 qualities that you have today, okay? You know your best qualities. Write down 3 qualities which you think you have which make you unique and focus on amplifying them rather than changing them. Number 5, imperfection is freedom. The minute you let go of that perfectionism bug inside you, you feel so much more liberated. You free yourself from that pressure to perform and you start focusing on, being in the present moment, being your true authentic self. And that's when you boost your confidence because when you embrace this imperfection, you're actually allowing yourself to take risks. You're allowing yourself to try new things. You are allowing yourself to live boldly the way you want to live. So say yes to something today, okay? Something which you've been avoiding all this while only because, you had this fear that you were not good enough for it. Take that leap of faith today and embrace the learning process, embrace the journey. Never think about, the end goal, the success, the failure. Think about the journey and keep taking a step forward. So, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Fly to Fulfillment. Remember, confidence does not come from being perfect, it comes when you own up to being yourself. You accept your flaws. You are proud of who you are. So let's recap the 5 reasons why embracing imperfection is the secret to confidence. Number 1, perfection is unattainable. And of course, there's nothing called perfection. Authenticity is magnetic. Number 2, imperfections make you so much more relatable to people. Number 3, when you fail, you build resilience. Number 4, self-acceptance breaks the cycle of comparison. And number 5, imperfection is another word for freedom because you are no longer, caging yourself because of the fear of judgment. Your imperfections do not diminish your worth. Remember that. They will only amplify your humanity. So the sooner you embrace your imperfections, the sooner you embrace your authentic self, you will unlock the confident version of yourself. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to invite you to join the Freedom Divas Hub, where we dive deeper into topics like this and we celebrate our perfectly imperfect selves. So, write to me if you want me to bring you on and include you in the Freedom Divas Hub. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who needs a reminder that they are enough. That they are enough just as they are. So until next time, this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, reminding you that your imperfections are your superpower, so embrace them. See you in my next podcast. Bye-bye.